Welcome to Level of Crazy, where we talk all topics emotional intelligence and how we can recognize and manage our level of crazy in a world that has plenty of it. But we know that when you raise up and increase that emotional intelligence, we can heal the divide within ourselves and with each other. And so, with that, today we are having a very special conversation. Today, this conversation is very special to me because we are sitting live with my parents. Well, not live, but recorded here with my parents, Julia and Alex. And we're going to be talking about One Suitcase, Two Worlds. Their story on basically how they immigrated from the Soviet Union to America and what that took from two individuals, young, ready to live their lives, but basically uprooting their whole life to make a better life for themselves and for us. Well, me, technically, because I was the only one around, right? So to find a better life here in America. So excited to have this conversation with you guys. Are you guys excited?
Of course.
Okay, wonderful. This is a conversation that I've wanted to have for quite a while. And, life gets busy, and so we don't always have the time. But I really wanted to make the time now that you guys are in your most sexiest journey of your life, right? And so I wanted to make sure that we capture this beautiful story on camera. So, let's start. Basically, tell me, let's start with mom. Mom, tell me what everyday life felt like back then in the Soviet Union.
Mm, that's an interesting question. I didn't expect this question. It was interesting, full of life, full of everyday challenges, but they made it. They made it. It was difficult to buy groceries. It was difficult to buy
Food.
food. It was difficult to buy anything. Basically, you need to have connections in the stores to buy. I'm not talking about clothes. Clothes we always try to make ourselves. Because if you need to buy any clothes, you need to have a connection in the store. But the groceries, you need to stay in a line for hours to get anything. But if you want to survive, you always have a connections. And somehow we were lucky. We always had a connection everywhere because I worked in pediatric clinic when I was taking care of children, and I worked in school and daycare because daycare is different than here. And I work as a nurse, and I always have parents who were grateful to me, and I always have a connection everywhere I go.
Okay, so
Um,
it was mainly about connections. What about you, Papa? What was your experience?
Oh, I almost like Mama. When I work in shoe repair, I always do leather work, shoes, everything with leather. And a lot of people sometimes bring you a pair of shoes or pair of zippers, and they almost not available to fix. You need to take it off and put back and clean. And after stitch, you not have machinery sometimes. You need to use your hand. The the when you have a pair of shoes and they have holes or right or left, in the front. You need to know how to fix this deal. So it's need leather, need silk, нитка, иголка. Sometimes, mostly time when this is heavy job, you need left-handed zip машина, вот эта, которая леворукавная.
That's okay. You can speak Russian. It's okay.
And
I'll
you switch on
translate.
the machine. When you don't have machine, you use by hand. What I do sometimes home. Anything what's possible. Bags, shoes, dress, whatever. Leather
Okay.
or even sometimes dress, something
Yeah. So
like holes under the.
for you, it was hard to work. For you, it was hard to, you had to really be creative to do your job, which for you, it was shoe repair.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
and I like it all this what I did
Yeah. Okay. Very good. So,
like a hobby.
yeah, I understand. So, so what did people do with their emotions, their stress, their frustration, in Russia, like in the Soviet Union at that time? Papa, why don't you start? So did you understand my question?
Ну, в принципе, то, что what we have now in the older day, when you have your life is getting to the end. I'm 77. This year be 78. And when you want to do something and you cannot do, so you need to go to the special professional people who do this for years about your health. When this is we're talking about the health, and when you can do by yourself, you take medicine, you take real herbs from another country or from this country and use, and the herbs, this is natural resources better than medical, what they give, uh, chemical, all kind of stuff. Sometimes it's not help, just bit, and you getting worse. It's depend, but mostly time we can go with any kind of position to better.
Okay, so you focused on natural resources
Yeah,
like supplements and natural things,
exactly.
better than chemicals, but you also would find ways to monitor and to improve your stress
Yeah,
just by living your life.
yeah.
Yeah, okay, very good.
Not take heavy in your head and just do what you need to do.
Yeah,
And when you have some things to make better,
yeah,
you start thinking, and sometimes come to your mind what you can do some better things what usually you do.
yeah.
And this is workout,
That's very good.
and everybody happy around.
Yeah, I get you. I get you. Okay, very good, Papa. Um, so what scared you the most, Mama? What scared you the most when you were living your everyday life? What were some of the stressors?
You know what? I never was
I,
scared.
I can't hear you.
I never was scared. I love my job. I love my friends. I was happy. For me, it was no challenges. For me, it was a challenge when you were 6 months old and I have to leave you by yourself and go to the store and stay for a couple hours in the store to buy some groceries. But I always would go across the street and I always can stay in line and go check on you every 5 to 10 minutes to make sure you were okay. Because I didn't have any babysitter. I didn't have anybody who would help me. But overall, I was very happy. I have a lot of friends. I have a lot of people around me who was in the same position than we were. It's not like one person would be rich, full of money, and the other one would be poor. If I need to borrow a couple dollars from somebody, I would. And everybody knew you have to live from paycheck to paycheck. But there wasn't everybody was very friendly to each other. This wasn't for me. I don't have any problem.
Okay, I understand. So what, Papa, what do you feel is normal? What felt normal? What felt normal at the time, and it surprises you now? So when you were in the Soviet Union then, what do you see now that looks different to you?
Like we know from the television and like we know from every TV news and all this, a lot of things different because the Russian government give big support now to the elderly people. They help them money wise. They give them product. They try to keep them, give them apartments half price like here. Uh, they try to find it for them somebody who can watching them like elderly people. What we do when we've been almost like a couple of years ago before we take care of the elderly people. This is like a job. We work for the agency. Agency send us. We have 5 people or more each, and we take care of these people. And we have like improving more better because in Russia, when somebody is sick or something very serious, you need to find a good chirurg, surgeon, or the good doctor. Another way, you just be dead or be sick more worse, and very soon you die. Here, you
So
not have this problem.
is there something that surprises you now? Like when you watch the Russian TV, is there something that is happening there now that is surprising to you?
Yeah, couple few year ago, I went very surprised when I hear they have operation on the heart and they change the heart, put
Okay.
new heart.
Okay.
Surprised me they change liver, they change another things. All your body inside, everything completely they change. But depending what condition the doctors bring to you this, or now, or long time ago, or in the future, some question in ability to do it when they have now this, and they try to give you all kind of things what is better to keep you going. So look like a lot of changes in good way to do it.
Okay, so
And the
like technology. So technology.
technology
Okay,
very
it's a big surprise for you. Okay.
yes.
So let me ask you, Mama, we talk about level of crazy on this channel, and my book, Level of Crazy, right? Like an a-hole, everybody has one. And so, if we had a level of crazy meter, you know what I mean by meter? What would the degree, low, medium, or high, be in your life in Soviet Union? Low, medium, or high, if you had a meter to tell.
Uh-huh.
You know, I never measured my life in meters.
No, no, I mean like if we had a scale, like a
That's
scale.
what I mean. I never
Yeah.
measured my life in scales to tell you which scale I was. For me, I had everything I was looking for.
Okay. So
I
for you,
had a
it wasn't as
child. I have a
stressful.
child. I have beautiful work that I love. I enjoy every single minute. I have a lot of friends. I always have my house. Our house was always full of people. We never ever have empty house until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning, especially when we were getting ready to immigrate. There wasn't people was in our house until 2, 3 o'clock in the morning. For this reason, for me, I don't know.
Okay, so let
I
me
was
ask you.
stressed. I was stressed, but I found the way to have a food on the table. I found the way to go everywhere we need to celebrate Jewish holidays with your grandparents. They found the
Okay.
way.
So let me ask you, first mommy and then you, dad. So then most people will say, then why did you come to America? What was the reason? And when did that happen? Like when was the first idea to come to America? Okay, Papa, you go first.
No, Pop, don't ask him because he left because of me.
Okay, but I'd like to hear from him. So, Papa, when did that come to you? Why did you
When your
decide to
family
go?
start all this process, we've been involved in this, and we waiting. Mama give it immediately start doing paper, this and that. 8 months we wait before the paper be ready. After we have couple of different
Yeah, but when did that happen?
79, I think.
79. Okay.
Yeah.
And were you
Come
were you happy about that?
firstly, I've been a little bit scared because you need more difficult to come to another country without completely without English, and you need to learn the how to work on this in another country, and there is almost 12 14 hours a day you need to work and know what you're doing, not just peek here and peek there. So you a little bit to start thinking this would be very hard what to do. But the looking what's happened and how many people in 1 year went out because Brezhnev write the prikaz and the paper let Jewish people go who want. For the Hazarim, no problem. They can go anytime.
Okay. All right, I
So this
understand.
is
So, okay, I understand. So, Mama, how about you? What happened that made you come up with this idea?
It's not was my idea. It's, as you know, we have a big family. And it started in 1972. No, not 72, it's 75, because you were 1974, your birthday. It started in 1975 when my first aunt immigrated. And because of 1975, they were not allowed to go directly to Israel or United States. They have to go through Poland. Then in 76, that was in 1976. In 77, her sister followed her. Then in 1978, her brother followed them. Then in 79, my brother, which is your uncle, left. And then my father filled out the paperwork because I didn't want to go, because I had a job. I love my job. I was waiting to get an apartment. And they were supposed to give it to me in 2 months before we left. I was in very good term with a lot of people, with high profile people. For this reason, I didn't want to go, but only because my stepmother told your dad then he is going to have a house, then he's going to have a shoe repair shop, then he's going to have a car, like present everything to him on a silver platter. And he's going to have everything on a silver platter.
very
Then he doesn't have to work, basically. And he started nagging me, we have to go. And I told him, no, you're not going to have anything on a silver platter. You have to work very hard to get everything you want. His answer was, oh no, your stepmom promised me that I'm going to get everything. Then I didn't have a choice because they basically, my father, your grandfather, pushed me like to the wall. If you're not going to come to United States, I'm not going. This reason we were waiting for 9 months, the paperwork to be approved to immigrate. You need to have a paperwork to have a permission to leave. We didn't have for 9 months. We were waiting, and every day we have to go and make sure that we on a list and they have our names. This reason for me, I have to go twice. I have to go first for my father and my stepmother because they were in the middle 70, and I cannot let them go in a small room with the thousands of people. The reason I have to go and check in with them every single day. And then I have to go for us.
Okay,
And right when I got the paperwork for them, I told my father, I'm not going. I don't want to leave. I don't want to leave my house. I don't want to leave my job. And I was already didn't have a job because they required us as trader of the country. We were basically betrayed our country. And I told my father, I said, I'm going to find another job, but I don't want to leave. And my father came one day and said, I'm going to divorce your stepmother because you are not coming. I said, okay, then I am on my way. I immediately went and I got the paperwork for my father, his wife, my stepmother for us. And that is how it became. Not because it was my choice.
yeah, I understand. So,
my brother was forcing me also.
Yeah. So let's talk about, the world as it is right now. If you would have stayed with all that good stuff that you had going on, if you would have stayed, we might have been exposed to all the war and all the stuff that's going on now, right?
Yes, 100%.
So are you happy then that you left?
Yes, of course, because when I came there in 1990, and I went through 8 hours of custom search, and they searched me totally, almost undressed me. And I just was staying in my pants and my bra without the top in very cold warehouse for 8 hours because they were searching 2 letters. Then my husband gave it to me because somebody asked to put them in the mail because then was taking 2 months to get the mail. After search for 8 hours, I told them, you know what? I'm happy. I'm glad that I left.
Yeah. Okay.
Because this is how you are, and you never gonna change.
Yeah.
And now, when I went there in 1990 and I saw that my clinic where I work was destroyed, my heart was bleeding.
Yeah.
Then they destroyed it.
So let's talk about this. And I want to, before we continue, I want to read something from my book. As I mentioned earlier, this channel, we talk about how we can move through life and how we can, really work through our emotions and understand ourselves better. And I think this chapter that I have here is the perfect section to read from because it speaks to what you guys are doing with your journey. So this is called Respond with Ability. This is one of the tools in my book, and it goes like this. Wayne Dyer as he was referring to, excuse me, let me just read from the beginning here. So brick number 15 is a quote that I once heard from Wayne Dyer as it's referring to the responsibility. Are we here to be a victim or a victor? This is a juicy one. It could make our reactive crazy go crazy. It triggers our self-worth and confidence, and it exposes our true character and how we show up, especially during challenging times. And so I picked this because I thought about you guys and how you were dealing with challenging times and how you were able to overcome them. Here's the good news. When life hits the fan, we can only respond with ability. When we practice taking accountability and responsibility for our part in a situation, it empowers. Each scenario in life can be a teaching moment for ourselves. It allows us the opportunity to either become better or bitter. The secret is to learn how to go through this process like a snake, shedding old skin, which no longer serves you. So that's what it kind of sounds like, is that, you guys had to take on this new skin, this new way of being, because you were entering into a new world, right? So go ahead.
Yeah, you are absolutely right. Because when we came here, you were 5.5. We didn't speak English. And they gave us a choice for only one person because they were paying us 3 months, like a little bit
Support.
It's like a support. It's like a little bit of salary, but it have to be one person who is going to be a household in charge of this household. Because your father went to learn English because this is how it go, and I have to stay home with you and learn English from my neighbor. This is how we were survived.
Yeah.
But at least now we know then we gave you life, we gave your sister a life. And did we do a good job? I hope we did. To raise two of you. I'm very proud of you to do your book. I just want to let you know me, I don't read. I love to read, but because of my eyes, I cannot read. Your book, I cannot put away.
Thank you. I'm
I
honored.
really was because for me to read the books, very difficult because of my eyes right now. But your book was very easy to read and very easy to understand. And I really enjoyed very much.
Awesome.
And I hope then you're going to start selling this book and you're going to be a very rich woman.
Well, thank you. Well, I guess it's a perfect time to plug the book. We are looking to spread 1 million books worldwide for global change. So please buy the book. We'll have the link below in the comments. So please check it out. Please follow our channel, like, subscribe, share. You know what to do. And okay, so let's continue, but definitely get your copy today. It's an amazing, thank you, Mom. I really appreciate that.
I already did. I have your book.
Oh, yes, you do. Okay, so let's continue. So Papa, now that we understand the process, let's say that we opened up the book, the suitcase, right? So we're opening up the suitcase. What would be inside of your suitcase?
Everything what we have in the house all these years, what we live there.
No.
And
just what you were bringing from Soviet Union at the time. What were you able to bring in the suitcase?
Can I answer?
Say again?
Can I answer this question instead of your dad?
No, I want to hear from Dad.
Because he doesn't know.
Okay, that's fine. He can give his opinion. It's okay. And then we'll ask you.
He doesn't know that.
Go ahead, Papa.
As, as, as far I know, what we're supposed to have, we're supposed to go, each of us have a particular amount of uh, weight in one suitcase per person, and maybe a little sumachka,
A little
where
bag.
you put documents and paper,
Okay, a little
whatever.
bag. Uh-huh.
Uh-huh. In the suitcase, you have all belonging practically to yourself and to your wife or to your husband, and some clothes, some food, some no food. No, I don't think so. Maybe just in the cans, some, and mostly everything what you use every day,
Okay, got it.
accessory and all little things,
Okay, I
because
understand.
they give so much little things what you can take, and when not they throw everything. They
Yeah.
don't care
Yeah,
how
I
you be
understand.
surviving, how you be. That's
Yeah.
it.
Okay, understood. Okay, Mom, go ahead.
Oh my goodness. Okay. Over there in our suitcase, we only have 44 kilos allowed
Mm-hmm.
in one suitcase. 44 kilos, it's, if you go by the pounds, it's about 20 pounds. From this 20 pounds, 10 kilos was your grandfather's clothes because your grandfather left 3 weeks before we did. And he told me he needs his clothes. For that reason, when we came to the airport, I had a little bit extra. Over there, I had one pair of pants for your dad, one top. I had some clothes for you, and one dress for me. We had maybe one or two pair of underwear. That's it. When we came to the airport, they told me, Dan, that's too much. Our suitcase has way too much stuff. Because I did have a couple extra clothes. And because my father, your grandpa, he raised me because your grandma died when I was 13. When my father said he need clothes, I throw away everything that I took for you, and you were 5.5. And I need to bring my father clothes. When we came to Austria, no, not Austria, when we came already to New York, because we have to be 3 weeks in Austria because of the Jewish holidays. And we have to go through Austria and then Italy and then New York. When we came to New York, I found out that my father doesn't need the clothes because 1979, it was 79,000 people who left from Ukraine. But there was an American people when he came, they would donate clothes, furniture, everything they can that they don't need to immigrants from Russia. And we were Russia then, we were not Ukraine. For this reason, when they came, my stepmother, your grandma, family who came here before us, they donated a lot of clothes to my father. There isn't all of these clothes that I have to throw away because your clothes, I didn't have it.
Yeah. All right. I
There
understand.
isn't the money that we got. I have to go and buy you something to wear because it was end of October. It
Yeah,
was
yeah.
very cold in New York.
Yeah, I get it. I get it. Okay.
And you wore this coat for 5 years.
Yeah. Okay. Nice. All right. So
It
Papa,
was challenge. It
so
was challenging.
yeah, it was challenging. So high level of crazy in that moment. Okay, so Papa, what was your first impression of America?
First, first the press. This is the what what I think in my head. when I see what's going on around, how this all go to look for job, no English, everything we need to get very soon because cold we come in the middle of winter. Uh, I start thinking more, and I thought, my God, maybe I do mistake, but I come. Maybe I come back before we not go too far. But after I see everybody come, we have all family, maybe start the job very hard to do and looking for the friends, maybe somebody or some another things to keep the time going in good way. I just forgot about the bad things and I start serious thinking and do it the job and whatever. And everything little by little. I start with 290 for force my job for the shoe repair, $2.90, like almost $3. This is just I don't know even how to say it. This is almost no money, just like a garbage, nothing. Anyway, we start very hard and we get more and more, and we coming more serious and serious, and we made it very
Good.
badly, but we made it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
one more question: we
Yeah.
supposed to go to Israel and first, you can say, asking because Mama like to go Israel to see, and when we went later on to see Israel inside, she say, I be like to live here than better than America. Here is
Yeah.
more friendly, more relatives, more this, more that, more easy maybe for us. We just need uh, language.
Yeah, but as we see, Israel is also under a lot of stress, right? So it seems like America, for the most part, as challenging as it is, for at least for now, it's still the best option, right?
Of course, yeah, of
Mhm.
course, it's no question asked.
Yeah.
It's
So
just
what
that
was
hard.
Mom, what was the when did life here feel most overwhelming? When did life here in America become the most overwhelming for you?
No, it's hard. The life here is not easy.
Like when did you experience the most overwhelming time, the most stressful time?
For me, it's stressful time all the time, and you know. But when I came and I don't have a job, and I totally understand was my profession, and I didn't know another profession except to be in medicine. But if you don't know English, you cannot be in medicine because without English, you cannot work with the patients. It doesn't matter what position you are. It doesn't matter what job you do, but you need to know English if you live in the United States. And for me, it was difficult. Overwhelming was when I had two little children and I have to go to school to get my license, not to be a nurse because they didn't accept my credentials there. I need to go to 4 years full time if I want to be a nurse. And I was not ready for it because I cannot work full time. I didn't have any help to be with two little kids. And when I have to leave you, who was 7, and leave your sister, who was 6 months old, and taking care of her, and I have to be in school, worry, then child protection center service is going to come and get my children away. That's for me was overwhelmed.
Yeah.
I don't want to leave my children, but I need to have a license, not the license, but certificate then at least I can go work as a certified nurse assistant. Then I can start making money.
Yeah. So let me ask you a quick question here because I think it's pretty relevant. And this is not a political conversation, so we don't need to get political, but I do have a question about, there's a lot of issues right now with immigration and legal immigration, illegal immigration, and people coming in without papers and all these different things. And so people are very upset that some people are being deported and all the different stuff that's going on. You guys are immigrants. You guys are real immigrants. I mean, I'm an immigrant, but you guys experienced most of it because I was a child. I was very little. I don't know. How do you feel, very non-political, but like logically, how do you feel about somebody entering a country without papers? Do you think that that's appropriate?
Look, it depends. It depends on the situation. It depends if people trying to leave their country because of the political issues. And you know me, I work as a translator and I work a lot in immigration for the political assignment. When I came to Maryland, I worked with the company, not the Maryland to Florida, I work with the company and I was supervising. And I have a lot of people who work for me. And it depends. It depends on each situation. But if these people only come because of the political issue, then they put your family against the wall and you don't have a grocery, you don't have a food, you don't have anything that you can survive. This is one story. But when you are a criminal and you come here because you are trying to escape the judgment against you in your country, and you're trying to come here and kill somebody and rape women and rob the bank, this is different.
Yeah. Okay.
It depends. It's not a political. It depends.
Yeah. Okay. I
But I
understand.
still think if you come to United States, you need to speak English. Because when we came to United States, we didn't speak English. Your dad didn't speak English for 7 years. I didn't have a choice. I have to speak English. I have to learn. I found a way. But when I worked here in Miami as the supervisor, and people will come to me and tell me that they don't speak English, I told them, I'm sorry, I'm not going to learn Spanish because you are lazy to learn English. And if you want to work for me, you have to speak English. And what happened? They immediately speak English.
Yeah. No, I agree. If we go to another country, we should be respecting the other country. We shouldn't expect the country to be respecting us and learning
Exactly.
our unique, I don't expect people to learn Russian just because I'm from the Soviet Union. I have to
Exactly.
respect America. I'm the guest, not you,
Exactly.
So, yeah.
That is what, when people would come into me for the interview, and I told them, look, I'm Russian, but I don't expect you to learn Russian because I don't come, you're not coming to me.
Right.
And American people doesn't speak Russian, but they expected me to speak English because I didn't come. They didn't come to me. They didn't ask me to come. I came myself.
Exactly.
Because if you come to United States, you need to speak English. And it doesn't matter. I'm in Miami. I'm not in Latino country.
Yeah.
I don't have anything to do against Latino. I love people. I have a lot of friends. But I expected you to speak English.
Right. No.
Like
totally.
people in our building, when they sit around the table, they speak Spanish. And I told them numerous of times, guys, I don't allow Alex to speak Russian when we are around you. Then please speak English because I don't understand what you're talking about. And I don't want you to talk about me. It's very rude.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we understand. But
No,
it doesn't
I know.
change.
It's common courtesy, and that's another way that we can all relate to one another. It's another way to make bridges and to make friends. You have to respect the common theme. You have to respect the country that you're living in. And it's very important that you learn the culture, you learn the customs,
History.
it's common courtesy. So, yeah, you don't come to a country and expect them to learn your language. That's not how this works. So,
You remember when you moved to Miami and you worked for Phoenix, Arizona University, and you called me one day and said, Mom, guess what? They're trying to put Spanish primary language. And I said, excuse me? And then when I moved here and I went to DMV to get my driver license changed, and they told me I don't have experience driving after 25 years driving in Maryland. And I asked them, what is Miami? Is Florida is different state? It's not United States? The officer said to me, basically, yes.
yeah.
I said,
No,
wonderful.
Yeah.
Then Miami, it's Florida, it's not United States.
Yeah.
It's one of the Latino country. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah, I hear you. So let me ask you, we're getting close to the end here, and I want to just ask you, so what did what did it teach you? What did this experience teach you about fear and courage? Papa, why don't you go first? What has this experience taught you about fear and courage?
Okay. First, what does this mean for and what does mean courage?
But can I translate?
So,
You want me to translate again?
yes, uh-huh.
И fear, это mean, когда ты боишься чего-то.
Ага.
Courage, это когда ты переходишь
Границу
между боязнью, и ты становишься, выходишь
на одну линию. Ясно. Ага.
So what did this experience, coming to America, going through this process, like aging in a new country, you're basically going to leave this world living in another country. How do you feel about that?
Да. It's not easy first because the most important the language, after what you need money, and second, communication with anybody don't what English, American, Russian, whatever. You need to, that's it. Кровь с носа, как говорится, но ты должен, и все, ты должен отдать это.
Okay, so what you're saying is you have to have the willpower to just move forward. Okay,
Yeah.
and that's what you learned, to have willpower.
Yeah.
Okay, what about you, Mama?
Yeah, it's you're always afraid of something. You're always afraid of your life, how it's going to be, especially when you come to a new country. But nobody forced you to come. You came yourself. It was your decision. Decision you need to go with what life showed to you, what life told you to do. Basically, it's up to you how you're going to handle it.
Yeah, so again, willpower and your own personal
Exactly.
own personal mindset, basically.
Exactly, because a lot of people who came with us took their own life. They couldn't survive. They couldn't be here. And it's not people who didn't have the money. It's people who were very rich, who really have money, who was managed to make life way much better than our life with your dad. And they couldn't handle it. They actually took their own life. They committed suicide.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's very sad.
And you know them. You
Okay.
actually know them.
Okay.
One of them was the one who was sewing your dress.
Okay. So
Yeah.
Doctor?
let's finish out the conversation by let me ask you, if future generations only remembered one thing from your story, what would you want that to be? So let me repeat that. If future generations, people are watching this video, and maybe there'll be young people watching this video, maybe old people will watch the video, who knows? Middle-aged people like myself, I can't believe I'm middle-aged. It's like insane. Um, People are watching this video. What would you want them to remember from your story? The one thing that you want them to remember about your story. Pop, why don't you, okay, Mama, go first.
You cannot be afraid.
То же самое.
You cannot be afraid. You need to remember, just remember, be a normal person, be a good human being, and don't be afraid. And if somebody tell you jump off the bridge, do not follow them. Just use your brain, use your mind, and not sometimes your heart is not giving you a right.
This is,
Actually, use your heart instead of your brain. That's what I want to say. Don't listen to somebody else. Listen what you want to do.
жизнь сама тебе покажет, что делать раньше.
Okay,
Одно
so
за-
yeah, it's okay, it's okay. So
Everything one by one. Show you what to do and how to do. Because you between people, between human being. And you try to live and be raised between good people. When you don't have these people, very hard to stay on the line with these people over and go and go. You just look what's happened around you and just obnoxious way go. Another way, when you be a sissy, you never got it nothing.
okay, so don't be a sissy, basically. Don't be a
Yeah.
sissy. Okay, that's good. Okay, good. I like it. So common sense, use common sense. Use your heart. I heard recently, very smart thing. Live in your heart, but use your brain. I think it's a very good way of looking at it, right?
Correct.
Live in your heart, but use your brain. And so, and also just go from courage. Don't be a sissy. And trust life. Trust life.
Basically after we went through with our life, you have to listen. The God is always going to tell you where to go.
So intuition.
And your intuition, yes. Yeah. Just use your intuition, but do not go on the pattern that's going to take you to a lot of troubles.
So,
and what I would recommend, do not take any drugs.
Yes, drugs are not our friends. Pharmaceutical or recreational.
No, baby, you know what I'm talking about.
Yes,
drugs.
yes.
I'm talking about heavy drugs.
Yeah. So
because they're not gonna bring you to a right path.
Yeah. So before we finish, I want to ask two more questions. And I should, maybe we could have talked about this earlier, but I just really want to, I don't want to miss this question. What do you hope that people understand about immigrants that they often miss?
It depends what immigrants you're talking about.
So I would say immigrants in general. What would you want people to understand about immigrants?
That's what I'm talking about. It depends which immigrants you're
Let's say the good immigrants. Let's just say people that are just striving to have a good life, like you.
Right. These people are very hard workers.
Okay.
They
Hard
are very
workers.
hard workers.
Okay.
These people who came, who emigrated from, especially from our country, it's very educated people. Majority of the people who came, not now, I'm not talking about now, because now the people who come, they come with money. They bring a lot of money. The people who came with us, start from 76 to about 15 years ago. We came without any money. We came because we want to give our children better life. But they all very educated people, because the people who came with us, it's doctors, musicians,
Lawyers.
engineers, attorneys, who came without paperwork. Because when we immigrated in 79, our paperwork went to Israel. And then after Israel, after 2 to 3 months, they were transferred to the United States. We were not allowed to go back to school because they didn't accept our credentials. All of them have to start from bottom
Yeah.
all over again. Some of the doctors was not allowed to be a doctor. They have to finish to be a medical assistant.
Yeah. So it's a tough transition. It's very tough.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct.
Yeah.
People who
So
came, yeah, people who came like 15 years, 20 years ago, they came with money. They came, they were buying houses, $1 million houses, which we were not allowed. But it's very hard workers.
yeah. Okay. So that's good. So it's hardworking people that just want a better life. And we should definitely embrace people that are from different countries that are just striving to have a good life
Right,
and
exactly.
contribute to society. And I honestly, if that's your goal, then okay, you have my vote. But I still believe that there should be a very there should be a specific way. Like I know that we went and we got our citizenship, we studied, we made sure that we did everything legally. So again, not to get political, but I do think that everyone needs to come in legally. It's
Correct.
like, you're not going to open up your house to strangers, right? It's the same thing. You don't open up your country to strangers. You don't know who they are, and they could be hurting you. So, again, I don't want to get political, but it's just common sense. We want to
Yeah.
follow common sense.
You have
Um,
to be
you
legal
know,
here if you want to have a life for your children, you have to be legal. Look, I have an example. When I start work for job, for um employment agency, I had wonderful kid. He was a wonderful bartender and server. His mom got a citizenship for herself. For some reason, she never had time for him to get a citizenship.
mm,
And they deported him. It
mm,
was about 15 years ago. They sent him back to Brazil because they found out that when he was 20 years old, he didn't have a green card. And when I called his mom, because she also worked for me, she said, "Oh, I forgot to make to, to do paperwork for him."
mm.
But thank God this kid got what he wanted. He wanted to be um, a kind of oceanologist.
Nice.
And he went back to college and got a degree,
Okay.
but he was deported. This
Yeah.
wasn't, you need to do legal,
Yeah.
whatever country is telling you, good or bad, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Some,
you have to respect the rules of every culture. Otherwise, it's just anarchy. So I understand and I'm sorry, it is what it is. Um, Now just to finish up, so we talked about the suitcase, and I want to close with asking you, so now that you have the suitcase, what wisdom stays inside And what are you finally okay living behind? So again, you have the suitcase. What is the wisdom that you would like to leave inside the suitcase? And what are you okay with leaving behind? Papa?
I think you need to put your brain inside, put your knowledge, put your good things inside, clothes, underwear, shoes, and be strong to take it more and more and go. Come on, first.
Good. Excellent.
Period. Period.
Awesome. Forward, forward.
And take the star, the Russian star,
Yes.
like a flag.
Like a flag. Very nice. Okay, Mama, what do you think?
The suitcase, I don't even remember this suitcase.
So what
It's
wisdom,
gone.
what wisdom would you like to keep inside
Just
your
don't
suitcase?
look back. Just don't look back.
Don't look back. Just look forward.
Correct.
Got
The
it.
suitcase is gone already.
Okay.
Been 46 years. Are you kidding me? I don't even remember what clothes was in this suitcase.
Nice. All right. Well,
I only remember that you had one skirt that I crochet for you. You have one top and one pair of stockings and two pair of underwear. That's and where it is fall winter, not winter. Not the winter. The spring jacket.
yeah.
That's all you were wearing.
А мы же купили эти
That's all you were wearing.
shoes for
That's all you were
For
wearing.
shoes?
$14 или
They bought me some shoes. Okay.
No, that
Nice.
was in New York.
Okay.
When we
Nice.
came to New York, you both got you one pair of boots, one coat that you were wearing for 5 years, and wore a few pair of stockings, and a little bit of just clothes until
Yeah.
we get a little bit of money.
Yeah. All right. So I wanna finish out, but I want to before I give my final statement here, I want to say that I'm sure that you've had hard times as a couple. It's been not easy. And I'm sure that there's been really rough times, there's been good times. But would you say overall, has this brought you closer together as a husband and wife, as friends, as humans, and human souls, spiritual beings on a human journey? Has this brought you two closer going through this process together? In general, mostly. Papa, what do you think?
I guess it's what it is. We come more close because when I be by myself and she may be okay anyway. But me, I don't know or I can make it by myself. I don't have language, I don't have money, I don't have nothing, only my job, what I can do. I have 5 different jobs, what I did. So it's helped me to take it over barrier.
Well, I think, Papa, you would have been fine. I think you would be fine because you're a very strong man. You're a very wise man. So I think you would be fine. So, Mama, what do you think?
I don't know. It's
I can't hear you.
It's a challenging.
I can't hear you.
We have very challenging life.
Yes.
The reason it's difficult to say after so many years being together. 23 years, it's a long time.
But wouldn't you say that that's a very long time to be with another human being? So
Correct.
I think that on some level, you guys are connected more than you even realize.
Yeah, because in our age, we don't have a choice.
Yeah.
Not because we don't have a choice. We always have a choice.
Right. You always
But
have a
you
choice.
always have to think about, okay, what happened if I'm going to walk away?
Right.
Would this
Well,
person be
yeah,
able to survive?
right. Well, I think at this point, I think you guys are a great team. I think there's no need to make any changes now. So let's not do that. And let's continue to give people hope that even through the level of crazy, you can still find your way, right? And so I want to thank you both for your time this evening. I want to thank you for your courage and for your determination and your persistence and for your stubbornness, and for, just making it happen and for keeping us safe, for keeping me and keeping Regina safe and bringing us to this country where we have more opportunities. And so I want to really, really thank you for that. And um, I want to thank our viewers for being with us tonight, listening to this very, very powerful and interesting story. And as always, please support us by subscribing, sharing, liking all our content. Go get yourself a book, Level of Crazy Like an A-Hole. Everybody has one. And get yourself the tools that you need to move through this crazy life because, right? Because it is a crazy life. So thank you guys again. And I don't know if you know my quote, but I'm going to say my quote and you can join me if you like. So, as always, when you know and understand yourself, the world will know and understand you too. And remember what's the best that can happen. So, thank you, Mom and Dad. Love you very much. And till next time, we see you on the next video. Take care, everyone.
Bye.